One Doctor gives you national prefixed prices with no call-out or overtime charges 24 hours, 365 days a year. Drain Doctor. Emergency plumbing and drainage. As quick as a wink. The Doctor will see you now.
Drain Doctor, proud sponsors of How to Start Your Own Business.
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of How to Start Your Own Business. In today's programme we'll be hearing again from the British Franchise Association, the only voluntary self-regulatory body for the UK franchise industry, as well as spending some time getting to know another two businesses who are accredited BFA members with a proven trading and franchising record. Firstly, Brian Smart, Director General of the BFA, gives a further insight into franchising opportunities.
There are something like 900 brands which are franchised in the UK, and together they support something like 38,000 franchisees. Those franchisees themselves employ something like 500,000 people, and that's more than our Army, Navy and Air Force put together. So this isn't small business. There's a lot of franchise business out there. You might not recognise it all. Firstly, because people don't actually say right across the front door franchised, they say what they are. They say whether they're Clark's Shoes or McDonald's or whoever else it is. So you can't immediately see that an outlet of one of these big brands is a franchised one or a corporately owned one. But there's a lot on the high street that you wouldn't recognise. More importantly, in Britain, there's an awful lot of business to business, very successful formats which operate in the UK, providing goods and services to the business community rather than the general public as retail consumers.
We recently spent a day following the team at EcoClean and found out more about their franchising opportunities.
My name is Sean Taylor. I'm Managing Director of EcoClean Services Limited. We're a commercial cleaning and support service business operating throughout the UK with a particular focus on green and innovation in our service delivery. We have about 400 customers. We serve them on a daily basis throughout the UK using a network of franchisees. And behind that we have a great support network. So we have the guys out on the front line, and then behind that we have what we call a head office support team, and that comes together to give the ability to sell us on a local delivery but with national standards behind it. There's quite a lot of history with the business, and 18 years ago it was founded, and it was a bit of a lead in terms of selling green into the cleaning market. And everyone focuses on cleaning with chemicals. And the industry's moved fundamentally. It's not just about how green and environmentally friendly the products are now. It's about how you deliver it, the equipment that backs that up. And the way we run the business throughout, from the shop floor right through to the back office. So it's fundamental. And you can see on the corporate agenda today, people want to hear the word green, environmentally friendly. But it is quite a wide range of activities that bring that together.
By chance, I came across some tickets to the National Exhibition Centre in Birmingham, where the annual franchise exhibition was being held. I went along with my wife and spent the day talking with franchisors and franchisees about the various opportunities available to me. Up until then, I'd never really had an idea of what I wanted to do, but the concept of buying into a franchise really started to materialise. I then visited the franchisors, had a look at their systems in greater detail, and the one thing that appealed to me with EcoClean is they were very transparent, very open, and they provided me with a list of every franchisee. So candid conversations followed after that. I think there are many things to consider before looking at any business opportunity, to be honest. However, for me, the important aspects of EcoClean especially were the fact that they were a member of the British Franchise Association. I needed to find out how long they'd been established and how many franchisees they actually had. I think it's important to understand whether the franchisees are profitable and whether that model works, the business model works. And not just now, but in the future, 5 years down the line, is the model still going to work? Also, how do they select those franchisees and how do they protect the brand, if you like? And I think it's also important that they support you with an exit strategy after your term.
There's a lot of compliant issues. I mean, in terms of our general compliance, we're subscribed to 9001, 14001, which is the environmental, and 18001, which is health and safety. So we're very keen on the compliance and the accreditation side of things. And there's lots of other accreditations out there. We have currently partnered with a company that gives us access to cleaning products that allows us to accredit to a level that's above the current European standards. So from a selling perspective, and for our own, what we're trying to achieve, it's very, very key.
We've developed the business from nothing to a £500,000 turnover business, mainly along the M4 corridor, taking in the Cardiff, Newport and Swansea postcode areas. We employ approximately 80 permanent staff, and that's supported by a mobile support staff and also an operations manager. We have a telesales facility which we run from an office, which is on the M4, and that delivers all our telesales function. And together with national sales facility at head office, we're hoping to develop the business further. Yeah. Our customers will always require cleaning of their premises, and if we can help them do that and also reduce their carbon footprint, then that is something that we aim to achieve.
We like to keep up to date with products, and all the products and the equipment coming to the market today have all come through that view of how environmentally friendly is it. Sustainability is the key word, but we truly believe in it. We truly believe sustainability is the way to go. Have we mastered it? No. Have we got a long way to go? Absolutely, but you've got to keep challenging it. And when you come from an industry full of legacy and old ideas, it's quite difficult to push that change through. But the most important thing is you have that aim and that endeavour to do it, and that's what we have.
A lot of customers now are picking up on this. They like the way we do business, they like the way that we tackle our problems and sort every situation out, and the environmental impact that we're enforcing at the moment is nearly zero. The chemicals and the new infrastructure that we've got is fantastic, it's really good.
Well, initially I had a 2-week residential course at head office which provided me with the basics of what cleaning's about, the methodologies behind cleaning, the products we use, etc. And they were to British Institute of Cleaning Science standards. The following week of the 2-week residential course concentrated on the marketing aspect of the business, it concentrated on the finance, invoicing. I continued to receive ongoing support from head office in the form of HR support, invoicing, credit control, which is very important because credit control allows me to concentrate on generating sales for the business rather than worrying about the finances. That's all taken care of by head office.
The cost is let's call it 30,000. There's 15,000 that go in to allow you to trade within a prescribed area. And in our franchise, you're the only one that can operate in that area. So there's an element of territory protection. And there's a £15,000 training package, which is there so we can sculpt and make sure you come in with the best training. The normal formal training is required anyway, and then we try and make sure there's enough emphasis in certain areas to make sure your business gets the best start. Ongoing, there are obviously continual costs in terms of management service fees, insurance. Every franchise is different, but there should be no hidden costs. When you come into franchising, it's very clear. You build it into your business plan from day one, so there should be no surprises.
Their strengths with potential like buying in of the equipment comes across because they've been there, done that. They can provide different avenues that's already been explored that maybe we haven't thought of. And this, basically, inside information is a wealth of good. It does look brilliant in this industry.
I don't think of myself as a franchisee, I think of myself as a small business owner, but with the support of a network and a franchisor at arm's length there if I need them. And that's the good thing about EcoClean. It's been great to know that support is there if I need it, but without them looking over my shoulder. I have to deal with everyday business decisions, which can be quite challenging and quite enjoyable. I enjoy the problem-solving aspect of it, and I enjoy managing and watching my business grow and develop. The beauty of franchising, and I've mentioned this before, is that they give you the tools, provide you with the tools to be able to hit the road running. You don't need to spend 5 years developing systems and strategies. That will be available to you on day one, which allows you to concentrate on the core aspect of the business, which is generating sales and growth.
It has been done, it's financially viable. and let's face it, going into business, there's a strong element of finance attached to it. You may have personal goals and aspirations that are outside of finance, but that's a key thing. Then you look at the proven, the brand capability, again, that accelerates, it's a warm start to your business straight away. It's a warm start, so it warms your business up straight away. And I think fundamentally coming into a franchise, I think one of the key things is you're not alone. You are with people. Now you have a franchise or a franchise owner that, in our case, we wholly support our network. We will go out and do whatever we need to do to supplement and help them drive their business. It's a shared success factor. But then we have a network, and we've really engaged our network to talk to each other. If you go back 2 years, our network would never have spoken to each other. They were independent. Now we come together frequently. The guys talk to each other. They share leads. They share experiences. They share ideas. And that, again, is a massive part of franchising to me. And that's the experience that we've seen and felt in the last 18 months of being involved in EcoClean.
This business is forever changing, and you've got to adapt on a daily basis, and some days you've got to think fast on your feet. It's really good, really good.
A standalone business may or may not be successful. It will only become a franchise if it is successful, and that success can be replicated. And that's something that you can check up on reasonably easily before you get in, providing you get out of your chair and go and have a look. You're not going to get this information necessarily just from the brochures and stuff. So you've had a look, you've made sure it's a successful business, that's a franchise. Will that business still be in business in 5 years' time? If it's a good franchise, yes, it will be, because the franchisor is only going to make money as long as the franchisees go on making money. Their interest is in keeping the business at the edge of the market where it goes on succeeding. You do need, when you're choosing a franchise, to make sure you're buying into a business which has got reasonable longevity in it. If it's just in hula hoops and nothing else, it's unlikely to be a business that survives for many years. There are businesses which sit at the front edge of fashion, but they're businesses which also have the skill of keeping that business at the front edge of fashion. And you'll find these in the clothes market, you'll find it in health and beauty and hair. And all those businesses depend on the skill of the franchisor of keeping that business at the leading edge of the market. But they do it, and do it successfully. Your biggest way of discovering whether or not they're good at doing that is by looking at their track record. Has the business adapted over time to their market? Have they successfully kept that fashion business in the place where it needs to be for its operating units to go on being profitable? Other areas of the market, you can see straight away that there is never going to be a diminishing need. If you're in drain cleaning, there will always be drains, and there will always be drains that need cleaning. The question is, will you beat the competition? Franchising is extremely powerful in beating the competition, not just because of the format, but because of the motivation franchisees have to service their customers. If I'm in a high street opticians and I'm a franchisee, I will open the doors of my shop at 8:30 to catch the office workers as they go past, because they are a very likely source of good business for me. If I'm an employed manager, I will make sure the door stays locked until 9:05, so I'm not too much bothered by people coming into the shop and disturbing me from my early morning cup of tea. Now that's the difference between an employed manager and a franchisee, and it's why franchise businesses do so well in the marketplace.
We'll be back after the break to find out more. Don't go away.
Choosing a plumber should never be a gamble. Call Drain Doctor, and it won't be.
Taking on a franchise is a big step, and one you should only take once you've thoroughly researched what's really involved. British Franchise Association accredited exhibitions are your perfect opportunity to speak with experts, hear from franchisors, and gain from free educational seminars. Visit thebfa.org for all upcoming exhibition dates and access to free tickets. EcoClean Services Limited is a successful commercial cleaning and environmental support business driven by the values of passionate service delivery. What makes us different? We're fanatical about what we do for our clients. We don't just talk about quality, we deliver quality nationally through responsive, cost-effective and flexible local management that really cares. If your premises require cleaning, waste management, recycling, grounds maintenance, pest control or washroom services, look no further than EcoClean.
There's a national plumber that charges you the same rate with no call-out cost, day or night. Drain Doctor.
Revive offers a mobile solution to minor damage on cars. Whether it be a bumper scuff or a damaged alloy, Revive carry out a professional service nationally for private individuals, fleet companies or car dealerships. Revive technicians are fully accredited and the mobile service comes to you at a time and a place to suit. Revive your car today.
The doctor will see you now.
Hello and welcome back to part 2. We'll shortly be returning to the BFA, but firstly we met with Mark Llewellyn and the team at Revive to find out more about franchise opportunities within the automotive sector.
My name's Mark Llewellyn and I'm the Managing Director of Revive. Revive is a national paint repair service offering a mobile repair to damage on vehicles. We franchise the business, we use franchising it as our distribution model and we currently have over 100 vehicles across the country.
We have approximately 70 franchisees and they're distributed all over the country from Inverness in the north of Scotland right down to Portsmouth in the south coast. We're about half full, so we have room for 140 franchisees. So there are some areas where we don't have franchises. We can now give national coverage to fleet customers because of the distribution, because we're more or less evenly spread.
I originally took the franchise on because I was in the corporate world, doing a lot of travelling, a lot of nights away, and was just getting disheartened with the whole thing, and was looking to do something on my own. So something that I could be destiny of, if you like. I wasn't somebody else's beck and call. So I looked into the franchising and from my research, Revive came out the best one for me, for what I wanted.
Revive really has three parts to the market. We operate in the car dealerships, repairing used cars before they go on sale. We work in the fleet market, helping busy fleet customers with a very convenient mobile service. And we work with the general public, repairing minor damage on cars at people's home in a very convenient and effective way.
Ideal profile of a franchisee, we're looking for really strong communicators. We feel that we can teach anybody to put paint on cars. I mean, we have a very structured training process downstairs for the technical aspects of the business. But a good franchisee is somebody who can develop a relationship with their local customer and who can get the customer to want to work with them. We obviously need very ambitious people because we're looking for people who can eventually have 3, 4, 5 vans. And we're looking for partners, people who understand our values. They understand that Revive is looking to build our business on our brand, and our brand has got to be high quality, highly professional, the best smart repair network out there. So we need franchisees who want that just as much as we do, and who equally want to, in their local marketplace, produce a high quality, excellent service for the customers.
Revive will help out with the business plan. I work with the potential franchisee to put a business plan together, and then we can put it to one of the banks that deals with franchising. It could be NatWest, HSBC or Lloyds. We've got good relationships with all of those banks. We don't push anybody to go to one particular one. It's what they're comfortable with if they already use one of those. But it's a full business plan that we'll put together with them. They have to do some work and I do some work for it as well.
There's a comprehensive training with Revive which makes it a lot easier. I think as with anything, any sort of business, it's always down to hard work and how much work you put in. But they give you every single opportunity that there is there in terms of the amount of training, the detail of the training, and also the hand-holding, if you like, on the support week. So there's on your launch week, there's a lot of support there. They come and help you get sales and go into dealerships and do supermarket promotions, whatever's needed really to get the business going and drive it. So.
Well, support from Revive is paramount, really. We've won awards for franchise support. We won in 2010, we won the British Franchise Association's main award for franchise support, which was backed by the HSBC Bank. And that recognised the importance we place on support of our franchisees. So right from when we launch new franchisees, we've got a very structured launch to ensure that the franchisees have the best possible chance of success right from word go. And then on an ongoing basis, whatever support they need, technical support, help with employing people.
There's loads of ongoing support. Everybody here at head office is here to support existing franchisees. We've got an accounts team who do all their accounts and bookkeeping and management reports every month. We've got a national account programme which will generate leads for them. We've got business development people who are out in the field working with existing franchisees to grow and develop their business. And we've got technical support with the people downstairs. They're on the end of the phone. They go out and meet the guys if they need any technical issues sorting out. Even IT support, we've got absolutely every support that they could need, and we're a phone call away. We want to be a part of their franchise business and help them to grow what they're doing without any worries on that side of it.
Well, anything that they need on an ongoing basis, it's important to understand though that it doesn't become our business. Whilst we can support a franchisee, ultimately that's got to add to the hard work that they put in their local area as well.
The franchise fee is $23,500 plus the VAT, which covers everything they need, including accommodation whilst they're here training for 4 weeks. The only thing on top of that is the vehicle, which is a fully adapted van, which we will help them get the finance for.
A regular day for a franchisee could be quite varied. It could be going to a dealership that they visit on a weekly basis, preparing the cars that have been sold or preparing the cars for the weekend to be sold. It could be going to a couple of retail customers. It could be working with national account customers, because Revive operates on a national basis. We have a number of national contracts in place, so our franchisees need to respond to those as well. So there's a wide variety of the type of jobs that they'll be doing and the type of customer that they'll be doing. The key for the franchisee is to organise their day in an effective way.
I run 5 vans now, so mine's more of a management franchise than an actual hands-on working franchise. So I do a lot of booking, taking inquiries, doing bookings, quotes, and generally just overseeing the staff that I've got working for me, making sure they're doing things right, liaising with the customers to make sure they do things right, that they're happy with the work the lads are doing, and then more of a sales role for me now to keep building the business.
There's a specific scope that Revive work to. We're not a body shop, so we don't do a full respray of a car. The key areas that we work on are alloy wheels, bumper scuffs, scratches down the side, mainly to a single panel, so we work within a certain scope in terms of what we're doing. There is a technical process that the guys go through to achieve the work, sanding down the existing damage and painting and blending into the existing paint to provide an absolutely excellent finish. Revive as a business is constantly growing. We are raising our credibility, we're doing things well. We're constantly looking to grow with new franchisees. So people who have an eye for outstanding service, who want to provide that outstanding service to customers, are most welcome in terms of what we're looking for. Revive prides itself on the service that we give our customers, and so we want to grow with people that fit with this ethos, and that's a key part of the growth of Revive. I've been involved in franchising for a number of years now, and it's a great way to grow a business quickly. Revive is using the drive and determination of individual business owners together with the corporate structures of a national organisation. It's great because you get the best of both worlds when it's done well. You have a local business with national support.
Done properly, franchising can have hugely positive effects. I mean, in terms of us as a franchisor, where we feel franchising works well for us is we can grow to our target of 400 to 450 vans, but not have to manage 400 to 450 employees, which would be very difficult. And so it allows us to use skilled, ambitious, driven businessmen. We can ensure that we have Revive vans all over the country and in due course in other parts of the world, hopefully. For the franchisee, the benefit is franchising can get you to break even quicker than you can if you're a standalone business, and profit quicker than a standalone business. If you have any issues, you've got someone on the other end of the phone to call, whereas if you're a standalone business and if you have issues, it's much more difficult to gain support. So done well, franchising can be an excellent partnership which benefits both franchisor and franchisee.
They've got to buy into what we're doing. They've got to understand where we're going and want to be part of that team. It's a definite team ethic that we've got here, both from head office and with the guys out on the field. And it's great. I love my job. It's taken me a long time to find out what I wanted to do, but I love doing this.
I've got 2 young children now and I get to spend almost as much time as I want with them these days, which previously I would never have done. You know, I wouldn't have seen them growing up probably. So, yeah, for me it's a massive change of life for the better.
Franchising doesn't suit everybody. If you're someone who wants to reinvent the world in your own image, and there are people like that, then it's not where you need to be. Franchising isn't about doing your own thing exclusively. It's about doing somebody else's thing, but doing it in your own business. If you're not prepared to follow systems, if you're not prepared to learn how it is somebody else wants that business to be run and do it that way, then franchising is unlikely to be somewhere where you're going to be comfortable. Once you've made sure that franchising is a basic structure that suits you, then you need to find a business that's going to fit. Now, all business involves selling of one kind or another. You cannot have a business unless you have customers, and you don't have real customers unless you've sold something to them. Selling processes can be very different, and we're all good at one kind of selling or another. We wouldn't have friends, we wouldn't have relationships if we were completely useless at selling ourselves in some way. It's only a question of the different kinds of sales technique. Some it's knocking on people's doors effectively. Some it's standing behind a counter selling goods and services to consumers. It's a question of the kind of business format that you're likely to have the aptitude for and likely to enjoy.
We do hope that you've enjoyed today's show. Don't forget to tune in next week to find out more about the benefits of franchising. See you then.